If you haven't, please go back and watch the rest of Did I Do That? The story of how I discovered I got cheated on by Carl Winslow. There are 34 of the initial series, and I'm now responding to people's comments. Melly, that's what I was saying. This man was legitimately trying to convince me that we should go to therapy before we were a couple. We were legitimately dating. Just dating. No commitment, just dating. Supposedly exclusively, but clearly it wasn't that either. So, like, I feel foolish for having gone to couples therapy with him when we were actually a couple, considering everything that I discovered. Imagine how I would have felt if I actually would have submitted to going to friendship counseling. He used to get so tight when I'd be like, I'm not going to friendship counseling with you. And I was dead ass. Like, literally, because I would not go to friendship therapy with him, friendship counseling, that's when we ended up taking our first break. It was like he would always be like, there's just, there's something. Our communication is off, but there's just like, just something, just one thing. Well, the one thing is that you're sticking your dick in multiple women. That's the one thing. We can't get our communication straight because you don't know who you're communicating with. Is it me or one of the other 6? Is that it? I'm not going to no motherfucking friendship counseling with you, friend. Because that's all you are. You're a friend who I do it to. And you said, what would the therapist have said? The therapist would have been like, what are y'all doing here? What exactly are y'all doing here? This fool would have said, well, we want to see if we can communicate better so we can see if we can work in a relationship. What? I mean, I suppose the therapist would be like, if you're going to waste your money doing that, then fine. But legitimately, I want to know what the actual therapist that we saw thought. Because the actual therapist that we went to, I've been wanting to know. Because one day we was in therapy and that fool said, standard couples, most couples only need, between 8 and 10 sessions. But you guys are going to need much more. And I was like, wait. And I'll be thinking like, what was he telling that fool when he was in there by himself? He probably said like, yeah, I be lying, I be cheating, and I've been fucking everything walking. I've been lying to her doc. Oh, man. And when I think about it, one time the therapist said, and you guys both seem to believe that this relationship is, is committed and that each of you are faithful. And now that I think about it, like he said, you guys both seem to believe, like he knew something. He knew what was up.